my number one is The Gallerist. This is my favorite Lacerda game. I love this one so much. And I'm not even really an art freak at all, but I just love the flow of this game. You're playing as different art, like as an art dealer, museum curator, and like artist managers in this game. And you only have one worker, but you're going to move it around the board to different spots. And you may very well kick out somebody else, which will give them a kick out action. This was the first game I think I played with that type of mechanic, and I really enjoy it because it gives somebody else an action on your turn, the option for one. But what you're trying to do here is purchase art and then purchase it while it's really cheap, and you kind of promote that artist, and then you're going to eventually sell it once it gets to be worth a lot more. Gain money and buy more art, bump up other artists if you have their art, obviously. You're going to get some of these contracts that you're going to want to fulfill. And you're going to go to another area that will let you kind of, you're kind of placing yourself in this kind of, not an auction, but a permanent spot that will give you an end game. It's kind of an end game area control, but as you go there, you're also going to get an action to do when you go there. Now, it uses like money as a currency in this, but you also have this I think it's called reputation at the bottom. It might be a different word. Let's see if I can find it here. I always get this one word wrong because they use different things in different games, but it's not showing up here. But anyway, this little track is neat because you'll gain and spend this quite frequently, and you can use it as money, but you're going to use it when you have take a kick out action, because if somebody kicks you out, you can use that track to be able to do extra actions. It's can be spent very fast because you can spend it as money as well, but it's important to gain because if you don't have it, you can never do the kick out actions, and those will give you more throughout the game. So there's not a whole lot of actions in the game. The end is triggered when there's these little tickets, these pink, brown, and white tickets, and you can get those from doing different actions, but once they are down to a certain amount, that kind of ends the game. And there's one little, well, it depends on the player count. On a two-player game, there's one piece of art that is auctioned off for whoever has the majority over in that one section there, which is neat. You have assistants that you start with a couple in the game, and those will help you with different actions. And those are the ones you can place when you go to a worker placement spot. You can leave an assistant to possibly get kicked out later, and then you can build up or you can hire more assistants throughout the game as well. It just has a really nice flow to it. I find it's one of his games where I don't have to completely learn all the rules when I play it. I just have to kind of tweak a few of them, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's all coming back. I remember what this all does. But it's neat because you also have different types of like art buyers, art curators, and things which represent or represented by these pink, white, and brown meeples, and you're trying to get them into your gallery because that they will help you with end game points and being able to do different things. But when you sell a painting, one of them leaves with that painting, so they're gone, and
Oh,
you can only buy or sell certain amount of paintings as you have. I forget what the white meeples are, but you need to have them in your gallery. And the ones that go in the middle are kind of drawn randomly at the beginning of the game, but then they are also on the art pieces. So if there's certain meeples you want to get in the middle, you're going to want to promote some of those art or buy some of that art. But the neat thing is with the tickets is you can spend these tickets to like get people into your gallery, and you can actually take them from other people's galleries if you use your tickets wisely. You can spend one to put them from somebody's into the middle, and then another one to get them into yours. And then there's like the front showroom, and then you can get them even further that are actually into your full gallery. You can't actually take anybody's from their gallery, just the showrooms. You can, it must represent somebody going around and, you know, like my gallery's better, so you should come check it out. But it's such a nice flowing game of his, my favorite, and maybe his easiest. I'm not sure. His newer ones are quite different than his older, like Vinos and this one. They they haven't hit with me, his new ones at all. I'm really
Oh,
hoping his newest one, the Great Library, is gonna turn it around for me again. But I prefer his older ones and some of his shorter games, which are really neat as well. But this is my number one, and I'm sure this one is definitely in my top 20 as well, and that's the Gallerist.
now are those meeples tiny or is the bigger
Um,
one like huge?
the bigger one is huge. They are tiny, but
Okay.
they're not like tiny like Century Spice tiny.
Right.
Or
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
they're normal size, I'd say, but the big ones are quite tall. Like they're probably like at least 2 inches tall.
Okay.
So
Because I'm
that's why
looking, I was like, whoa. Wait.
they.
All right. Interesting. I still haven't played the Gallerist.
Oh yeah,
I
this is
haven't
such
played
a
a
good
lot of
one.
Vital Lacerda games. Kanban, I
Yeah.
think, is still the only one I've
Yeah.
played. So good pick.